The big news today is that Green Lantern footage has finally been released, and this has all the comic book community buzzing. It's raising a lot of interesting questions about the film and stirring good and bad buzz. So, figured as always, I'd throw my 2 cents in and see who cares to listen to it. Uh, First off, I gotta throw this out there. I'm not a big Green Lantern fan. And it's nothing personal to the character. I mean, I'm sure Green Lantern is an awesome story, an awesome comic. I know that it has its own mythology and its own very rich history that I'm just starting to learn about and read. But it's just not... It's not one of the big characters that I really grew up with and that really meant something to me. I was always in the Batman, Superman camp, and even Spider-Man, I dare say. I was never a big GL fan, but now that I'm older, I can see all the other characters that, for better or for worse, did not get the same attention as the bigger boys got. But that's not to rack on Green Lantern at all. I know he is a huge character in his own right. When you look at DC's main lineup, you'll see Batman and Supes as the top two, and Wonder Woman, so the top three. But if you mention a top five, chances are the number 4 spot, you're going to mention Green Lantern. And so he is a big character in his own right. But anyway, getting to the film, the Green Lantern film is coming out next June, and this movie is going to be an event. It's going to be huge. And today, the first 30 seconds has been released from the actual 2-minute trailer, which will actually be released with the new Harry Potter film coming out soon. Then we'll actually get to see a full-length trailer. I probably won't give my thoughts on that because I'm spitting out all of my thoughts on what I think of the Green Lantern movie coming up altogether. I'm anxious to see this movie, and despite not knowing all too much about Green Lantern, I do know the basics, and I am learning more in that the Green Lantern mythology is so huge and diverse, and it has so many rich characters. Probably the one way it was described that really caught my interest was when someone called it the space opera of comic books. I heard someone call it the Star Wars of comic books in its grand scale of things. They compared Hal Jordan to Luke Skywalker, and I heard one person compare Hal Jordan to Aladdin, and the ring is his magic lamp, so he's able to do virtually anything. And when you hear that, that really gets your imagination going, and imagination is what drives the character. So there is an appeal to Green Lantern, an easy appeal, just from the sheer scope and the imagination of it all, and that it takes place in outer space. It's just epic. Anyway, with the upcoming film, people are worried if it should even be made because of the large scope that it requires to make this character real in a film way. Listen, the movie Iron Man proved that you can take any character, whether they are a character that everyone knows, or a second tier, or even a third tier character, which I considered Iron Man to be a third tier character before his movie came out, and make an amazing film out of him and really step up his game to where everybody knows this guy and everyone wants to be him for Halloween and all the kids love him and you name it. So you can take any character and make a great movie out of it. And Green Lantern, I'm sure, will be another character added to that list. I'm fully behind Ryan Reynolds. I think he is the luckiest SOB on the planet because he has major geek creds for him. He's playing Green Lantern. He's still in the works to play Deadpool. He's a major comic book fan. He's got a body like a Greek god. He's married to Scarlett Johansson, one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. Every geek would want to be Ryan Reynolds. He has everything. He's one of the most wanted men in Hollywood. I mean, there's nothing is wrong with this guy as far as his career is concerned? He's just at the top of his game, and with nothing ahead of him to make it look like he's going to slow down anytime soon. His star is continuing to rise. And this Green Lantern film, I really believe, will propel him from where he is at now to a major A-list actor. I mean, he's already a big star, but this movie is really going to propel him to superstardom. The special effects for the teaser, some fans are thinking it looks really hokey and not really developed well enough, but it's 30 seconds, and from a 2-minute trailer, and the actual film isn't coming out until a year from now. And so that's plenty of time for post-production to go in and fix whatever they need to make it look real. And I fully trust the effects guys to make an amazing film. The special effects is not what concerns me. What concerns me is the quality of film and the stories that will come out of it, and the way they handle the characters. That's what should be on everyone's mind, not the special effects. That should be secondary. But I was behind Ryan Reynolds from day one, as soon as I heard he was cast, because I know that he is an actor who can go from just light comedy, family comedy, to serious acting. He has all the acting chops to do whatever he wants to do. And Hal Jordan is something he definitely can do. I remember some people worrying that he would bring his style of humor to Hal Jordan and kind of reshape him. But I really don't think that's the case, because from what I've learned of Hal Jordan, he's a womanizer. He likes being witty from time to time. So as long as the way the character isn't portrayed in the movie as being just a smart ass all the time to the point where you want to punch him in the mouth and make him shut up, he should be fine. Just have him say some funny, witty lines from time to time, and just bring us back when things get too serious. That's the type of humor I want to see, and I'm sure that we'll get in the film. And I'm convinced this film really, really will be a great event film. I mean, Warner Brothers is so convinced that they've even signed off on a sequel already, and the film is a year away, and they've already signed off on a sequel. Scratch that. 2 sequels to this film. And they're writing the script for the sequel right now as I speak. That's incredible. This movie's budget is ridiculous, and the fact that Warner Brothers has that much faith that this film will do that well and win over the fans to the point where they want to see a sequel, that says something. That says that the studio believes in what they have, believes in the product that they have. And with the expectations of today's audiences, the fact that the studio believes that they can please their audience when the film hasn't even been released yet, that says something. To me, that says they have a good product in line, and they know it. To other people, they might view it as a studio being full of themselves and waiting to milk that cash cow one more time. I don't believe that. The studio that gave us Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, I think they know what a quality comic book film is at this point, and I believe that if they have sequels in line before this film is even released, yeah, I think that they know that they have a quality film on their hands. So when you put it like that, I'm very excited for this film. Not knowing too much about the mythology yet is irrelevant. I'm still very excited for it, and I can't wait to see the buzz it's going to generate for DC Comics, to see another DC character besides Batman and Supes on the big screen. What doors it'll open for the other characters to get some screen time, like The Flash and Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. I would love other DC characters to finally get some screen time. And Green Lantern will be the film. I don't know if it'll open up the floodgates per se, but it will definitely get people interested in the possibility of making other DC films. So those are my thoughts. Nothing too specific about the film other than I'm excited for it. I'm still learning more about the Green Lantern character. I'm reading more stories about him and learning about basic characters like Sinestro and Kilowog and the Green Lantern Corps and the planet Oa and things like that. And even the Golden Age Green Lantern. I'm learning all these different elements to the mythology. So I'm still a newbie when it comes to GL, but I'm still really looking forward to the film regardless. So those are my thoughts. Hope you agree. If you don't, feel free to post your opinion. Silver Lightsaber, I'll talk to you later.